Is that a water bath or a Gatorade?
Yeah, it was water. It was a Jeff Pollard snuck me. I brought my 6-year-old son in the locker room. He did not know what to do. He was scared to death. But it was a fun time in there.
Can you explain how happy you are for the team, especially after Thursday? You guys were so close there. And
yeah, you know what? I'm really proud of them because your team can really get divided in those things. We're not shooting the ball well. We're definitely pressing. I mean, CJ and Isaac or whatever, they didn't shoot the ball well. We looked at film and said, hey, let's try to play better. And we still, first half was 5 for 24. But at halftime, we said, just got to keep believing. We were competing hard. We got the little snake bit with the bank three by Olasinski, and we hung our heads. We just couldn't make, and we just kept at it. And really proud of Isaac. He just hung in there and made big-time shots when it mattered most. And that's what he can make baskets. He can create shots. So that was great. And then they executed a great play to tie the game up and CJ, who hadn't been shooting well, made a big one.
What was the message to those two guys, CJ and Isaac, the last 48 hours since the USC game?
You know what? It's been really positive, and just said, I know they want to be good. They want it, so they're both guys that have high expectations for themselves, and that's a good thing. But also it comes with that as just one and all right now, and they're young. Like I said, Isaac's adjusting to Division I basketball. And doing it in that stage against UCLA, what a great opportunity to finally really break through. He's had some good moments and he's had some struggles, and I think like everyone, he's know that we're behind him. He's worked hard, and it came through. And CJ, same thing. He was pressing, but he was still guarding, blocking shots, rebounding, just said, hey, we got to get better shots. So it was good.
How good is that lineup with Ryan and Tony and Isaac, Jeff, and Noah, I think.
Yeah. It was just how we were struggling there for a little bit. And, Ryan, like I said, he missed 11 weeks, and we can use his playmaking and passing, got a good feel, he's got good size. And because he missed so much, zone's good answer with him because he's big and play the top of that zone. And he came in there fearless and helped us get a win in a big moment. So hopefully there's more of those coming. But I really like those. I love all our guys, but Noah and Ryan out there, they're believers. Noah's a competitor and he likes to win, and they played really well.
And Isaac was just in here. I believe he said Noah could eventually be a Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year type.
He's kind of one of those guys that can. He's quick. He goes after the ball. He's fearless. I agree. I think it's about getting more discipline, more sound, and I get to see him every day in practice. So he does. He's a disruptor on both ends, I like to say sometimes.
With Ryan Rapp's first substitution in the second half, the crowd definitely seemed to appreciate his presence for his little stint that he had, and really performed a lot of hustle plays out there tonight. How hard-working would you say that he's been these past couple of days getting ready for Pac-12 play?
He's got a great work ethic, but I'll tell you what, we have a bunch of them that do. It's hard for me. In fact, today we had shoot around 11, but the gym was available at 10. I almost didn't want to, and they all come in there and get their shots up and that. I'm like, hey, we got a game at 4, but it's hard to discourage that. And we talk about our program having a great attitude, check. Great work ethic, check. Proud to be a Coug, check. Those are 3 things, and he covers that. And I just assumed the crowd went nuts because they thought we were subbing in Opie Taylor. Well, you have to be old. The Merv Griffin show. Ron Cunningham checking in, and he's about this big, and he's got some confidence and understands how to play the game, and I'm really happy for him, happy for us.
You'd mentioned before how Beasley seems to be such a big stadium with such a sparse audience out there at times, but today the crowd definitely seemed to roar at times, really late in the regulation and especially during overtime. How did that feel as a first-year coach?
It feels good anytime. Rewarded for your efforts, and I saw Isaac we're playing. I just think the crowd didn't know what to do. Isaac was come on, and it was and I'm just it's fine. I really do get pretty focused on that, but I did notice a couple times there's a few more warm bodies in there, and hopefully with this game, this performance, I think we'll see more and get the students back. I think these guys deserve it. They're a good group. They're fun to coach. They're going to try hard, give their best effort.
Now, other than the shooting struggles, did the technical foul earlier really spark any
I don't know. We went down 9. I just said, I don't know. I felt like we got a rough one a little bit on Thursday, and I was just kind of like standing up for our guys too. I think like I said I was certain that was a block, and those are 3 really good officials. There's about if I could have a crew, I'd take those guys every time. So they're kind of laughing. I don't blame them. I said, like, I got to stand up for our guys. Like, hopefully, just get their attention. It's not okay to, our guys play hard too and deserve that right. And they looked at it at halftime. They came and said, no, it was a charge. I was like, I still don't believe it. I said, I still had the best angle. So, but I don't know. I don't really believe it that it rallies your team or anything like that. But sometimes I was like, actually, I blame Coach Shaw. He'd been needling me to get one, and so I got one. We can't afford to give up any points.
So another notable performance, I think, in terms of efficiency, I'm seeing from the stat sheet, and I, kind of noticed on the field during the game. Tony Miller, 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 4 from the line, had a team-leading 6 rebounds. And I noticed also you guys were getting out-rebounded pretty severely early on and kind of closed the gap in that later. So do you want to talk about maybe Tony and his performance?
He's so steady in everything he does. He brings a workmanlike approach, and I didn't realize he just feels good out there as a coach. Like he goes hard, he plays hard. He'll go out there. If he makes a mistake, it's not because he wasn't trying. And he's been a big lift for us. He gives us a quick, especially this weekend. I get 15-11 against USC and 11-6. So he's a real player against real teams, and he's only going to get better. He really hungry, really works at it. Really have, like I said, we had guys like Jazz played really well, but Tony and that team, that group was going so good and got us a lead. Is kind of that happens sometimes, but there's no pouting in that locker room. They're all really happy for one another.
With Jeff's injury that he endured in Thursday night's game, he seemed to have plenty of playing time today. Is everything going all right progressively? He's
just tougher than nails. I mean, I don't even know if he had like a lump on his cheek and 2 black eyes, and they said he was cleared to go, and it's like, great. And, that guy, he's a stud. I said, we'll be a legend. He's working on being a legend. He's just coming in that game. I heard the crowd respond to it, but he is, like I said, you're in trouble. Mayor Jeff. Someday he'll be mayor here.
And all as well with Jalen Shedd's progression.
Yeah, I mean that's his first. He had 1 practice, and it's tough. I tried to give it a little. He keeps some pressure on Campbell, but Campbell kind of was in foul trouble, didn't play, and Gervais played well too, and just both of them kind of got swept up in that run there where we went with the big lineup on the perimeter and zone, and got us back in that game.
Did Isaac's block late in the second half give you guys kind of a spark?
Was that in the zone or something? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I think his guy got by him, and then he kind of
back down. There were some loose balls. We came out of there, we got out in transition. Like CJ got that steal was huge, and got the layup, and I can't remember all those plays. You guys better than me. Some coaches remember. I'm not. Who was it? Lincoln Riley as a photograph. Not me. It is pretty fun. I didn't know they were out there together, but I've seen Sharif when he was young, and it's funny how thin he was. He's already filled out. He's going to be a big kid, and it's kind of funny to see those guys, children out there playing.